No tears, no fears. Remember, there's always tomorrow. So what if we have to part? We'll be together again. Your kiss, your smile, our memories I'll treasure forever. So try thinking with your heart, 'cause we'll be together again. Times when I know you'll be lonesome, times when I know you'll be sad. Don't let temptation surround you. Don't let the blues make you bad. Someday, some way, we both have a lifetime before us. For parting is not goodbye, 'cause we'll be together again. You know we'll be together again. Times when I know you'll be lonesome, times when I know you'll be sad. Don't let temptation surround you. Don't let the blues make you bad. Someday, some way, we both have a lifetime before us. 'Cause parting is not goodbye, 'cause we'll be together. Welcome in. Big Prodigy in the building. One of my students. This is We'll Be Together Again, streaming now, featuring Julian J3PO Pollock on keyboards. That's him playing synth with all these beautiful colors. The drummer from Moonchild playing percussion, Yaji Hampton on bass, Eric England on drums. You should be using headphones. Anyway, what's going on? What is happening? Chris Cadenhead back again. This is another video as to how to use the rapid reharm reference. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, you can today. It is 50% off until July 17th. It is raining here in South Florida, so if you hear the rain in the background, that's not a sample that I'm playing. That is actual rain. So, but you know, we need rain to get tropical fruit year round. So that's the advantage of that. And yeah, tap in where you're from in the chat. Big Prodigy again in the chat. One of my private students. If you'd like to get better ASAP, and quickly. The fastest way to do that is through mentorship. Whether it's me or someone else that you trust, doesn't matter. Just get with somebody and ask questions and just practice constantly every single day, you know? It's bright and sunny where you are. See, that's the thing about Florida is that you can put both hands out and one hand will be rained on, the other hand, birds will be chirping and sitting on your hand, eating corn out of it if that's something that you do. But anyway, yeah, what's up? So let's get into this. If you don't know what this is the rapid reharm reference that I created. It's an ebook, and it will help you greatly when it comes to understanding chords and how they are all connected, and how to use this in a musical context. Let me just show you here. Every triad has neighbors that change its feeling while retaining its structure. This reference guide is a cheat sheet for instantly discovering those neighbors. All right, so what that means is if we have a C right here, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it, Big Prodigy. If I had next time I'm going to have an applause sample to play or, an NBA swoosh sound or something whenever somebody, donates a super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support, okay? So what that means is if we have a C chord, right, and we want to play something other than a C chord, there are chords that we can play that does not change these three notes, right? So you can retain the structure there. And one of those ways, you see all the chords here. One of those ways is by playing an A in the bass, which is this first substitution right here, A minor 7. So all that's happening is there's a C being played, and instead of a C in the root, which is this, okay, this is your reference point. Instead of a C in the root, you play A in the root, right here. So how do you use this in your song, right? So if you have a progression, let's say, 1 4 5. I did 2 5 1 the other day, but let's say 1 4 5, and then back to 1. All you do is just find your chords that you're playing. So the first chord is C, and then you just go to the F section in this book, right? You find F. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Here's my F. Now, what else can I play besides F? Well, you can play D minor 7. You can play B flat major 9. Right? You can play G minor 11. But you can also play C minor 13. What does that sound like? So we got C, E flat G, B flat D, F, A natural. Now, if we strip all this other stuff away, we can see that we have an F chord. F, A, and C is down here. Right? So you see this blue here. F major is blue. The major is blue. All these chords down here have the F major notes, which are also blue. So F, A, C. These are the notes that make up the F chord. Right? So how that's helpful is when you start looking at these chords that you have no idea what they are, like C diminished 7, add 11. What in the world is that? Well, don't worry. All it is just, again, it's F, A, C, with E flat and G flat, right? F, A, C, E flat, G flat. So, but if I play it in this order, right? That's what that is. And so this page here is the spelling of the chords. But on the following page, you have actual voicings here. And shout out to Corey Urban, who plays keys with Jamison Ross, Brian McKnight, everybody. He lives in Miami, dear friend of mine, and he let me borrow this Arturia Keylab 88, which I'm not mad at. The action is okay. I don't know if I would purchase it myself, but appreciate you letting me borrow that. And anyway, so now I can show you all these voicings. So let's go. Where's that C? So C minor 13 is right here. So let's look at this voicing here. So just follow the fingers. Okay, so, and if we zoom in, you see, let me just erase this circle so you can see this. If we zoom in, you see that we have this LH right here. What is that? Well, that stands for left hand. So that means, you know, from here to here where this bracket is, that's what you play in your left hand. So, okay, that's my left hand. So now, look at this other stuff, and this is what we play with our right hand, right here. Right, so this is your voicing. That sounds sick. So now, I'm gonna play this voicing. Our progression was C, F, G, right? C, F, G, C. So when I get to F, instead of playing F, I'm gonna play this, you know, this voicing here. So that's a drastic change. That's a really drastic change and sick voicing. So the thing about this reference guide here is that you have all of these voicings and all of this chord knowledge that you can use, but with great power comes great responsibility. Shout out to Spider-Man. So that being said, you know, not all of these things are going to work in every musical context, right? So that's where going through this book and you know, for each chord, going through this book and checking out the voicings and seeing which ones you like, which ones appeal to you, those are your chords. That's how you make your own sound, is by combining these voices that you absolutely love. Right, so that being said, so C, F, G, right? So now that we have, now that we have this C minor here, anytime we get to F, we can use that. So I'm gonna go to a different key and play F major, right? So let's go to F major, right? Okay, so that's the sound of F major to refresh your ears. So I'm gonna do a 2-5-1, and before I get, rather instead of playing the F, I'm gonna play this voicing right here that we just identified. This C minor 13 right here. Okay, so 2, 5. Now back to 1. Right, so let's say it's just 5-1. So 5-1 would be, if I play 5 sus, like this, right? Instead of doing that, I can do, right? And Herbie Hancock uses that in his standard dolphin dance. Different key, but that being said, that becomes the 5 minor now instead of the 5 major, you know, 2, 5, 1. But now it's 2, 5, 1. So this book is kind of like, you know, 2 in 1. You get all these voicings for, you know, for the minors as well. You know what I mean? F minor. Right? So if we do, like, if we do 2, 5, 1 in F again, but let's do minor. Let's make it minor. Right? instead of F minor, I'm going to play, what if we play this D flat major 7 here? Again, here's your F minor, now in red. The minors, all the minors are in red. It's color coded like this for easy deciphering what's what. Okay, so let me do, oh, I draw my Apple Pencil. Let's do 2-5-1, but instead of F minor, I'm going to play D flat major 7 like this. Now, what if I go back to F minor here? Okay, so you can use these substitutions in place of a chord or before a chord. All right, so that's how you do that, right? Get the rapid reharm reference. The link is in the description. 50% off until July 15th. Tap in with me on social media. If you're going to shout this out on social media, let's do hashtag RRR, rapid reharm reference. You guys have a beautiful